Hey everybody, welcome back to Scissor Me Timbers, episode 15, I believe. See who we got here. CC, what up? Sibling Paul, or my producer. Everyone go follow Sibling Revelry. What else? Oh, First Shot, what up, First Shot? His birthday's this Sunday. What are you gonna do, First Shot, for your birthday? You get to have a birthday party. How old you gonna be? Like 39 or something? Pretty sure. Oh, the sun's coming back out. It's so gloomy all day, and then the sun came out, and now it's gloomy again, and now the sun's out. 43, nice. We're all about the same age. We're all the same age. Hello, everyone. Was it Thursday? Hope everyone had a lovely Thursday. Probably get drunk. Say that. Safe birthday bet is you're going to drink and get tucked. What up, Stoner? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Just kidding. Hey, Kenny. She's peeing, Adam. She's peeing. Of course. It's all good. Of course. We figured. Oh, man. You didn't have a good day, Kenny? Is that what you're saying? Not you two? Is your day not good? Well, it's good to know why she's late. Bought a bottle of bourbon on the way home tonight for the weekend. When are you going to start drinking up First Shot? Like Friday? Fall came in like a wrecking ball, y'all. I did not mean to do that. But it did. It's been kind of depressing. It was kind of depressing because it got banned and then it got all gloomy and fall like here. It's kind of having like a meltdown, but it's all good. Hey, Joe. Can you be trans? Nope. I seen your wiener, Kenny. You are 100% male. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a Discord server with some fun little chats out there. Ridiculous. For some reason, Forest Mommy attracts like exhibitionist type people. I don't know why. Why would I attract that? I'm so modest all the time and like, covered up all the time. Hold this here, Joe. I know it was cool today, Stoner. But it's nice. I rode my bike yesterday. It was nice. Excuse me. God. And that was my bad. I made that channel. I should have fucking known. I should have known. But I'm glad that oh. Hold on, guys. Sorry here. Just getting a refund on something here. Yeah, no, Joe, no one has to. The whole chat was out of curiosity for hexes, which no one hex is sweet and innocent. But lo and behold, all these other boys came in and they made that their wiener chat. It's all good. It's actually really sweet. Y'all are like building each other up and stuff, and it's really cute. Whose hat? Whose hat First Shot? Oh, the fancy hat on his wiener. Tomorrow it should be 85. So I'll lay out a little bit tomorrow. I had to lay in the cherry bed today. I had to. All right, here we go. What up?
What's up?
Adam's like, she's peeing.
What?
What up?
Always fucking peeing.
What up, Douglas? Oh, Joe Morgan, you gotta get my Discord. Some of my videos have the link somewhere. I'll try and find it. Thanks for a shot. Hey, Alice.
What's up?
How's your week been after the party?
Lots of cleaning.
Do you feel like less stressed and stuff though, too?
Yeah, and it was such a like everything turned out great. Like, could not have asked for anything better. So I
Yeah,
was really
they came and
happy.
picked up the stuff and everything, the dance floor and all that.
Yeah. Okay, Kat,
Yeah.
you can't keep doing that. You're gonna have to go in if you keep doing
Oh yeah,
that.
Paul said he's been in that room. Me too. So is Doug. I'm
Yeah,
Adam.
Paul said he thought it was big. It seems bigger.
I heard her say that. Yeah, because you never know, like when you see it from like just this angle, you know. I was
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
ask you something. Oh yeah, and then that tent you guys got, that tent was yours, right? You're gonna
The
reuse
white
that.
tent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually just telling Adam, I was like, I think we should have a party like that once a year. Like without all the like vow renew and all the like that kind of craziness, but just like get a dance floor, set up like a bar outside like that, like just invite a bunch of family and friends. Like my parents used to do a big July 4th picnic here. And it was one of the things when my dad passed or not passed away, but got sick that everybody missed because, you know, it was all the family and friends getting together. So I was like,
Right.
start doing that, but like we'll do ours in like September every year.
Yeah, and the weather was perfect. I know that can always change, but worked out great that weekend, last weekend.
Oh yeah, it did. Oh my God. I was worried because I'm like, man, I better not have to wear a jacket with that dress.
And you didn't have to. It all worked out good.
Everything went well. This cat is making me so nervous right now because he keeps like rubbing up on the table.
Which one is it?
The black and white one, the like feral one.
Okay.
The one that you saw like laying in the window in the basement, that one.
Are you worried he's gonna like attack you?
No, but this is that the I just use a TV tray, so it's not like really heavy, so he can knock it over.
Oh.
You know how cats do the like head thing,
Yeah.
rubbing
He'll
on
do it all
everything.
hard sometimes. Knock shit over.
Oh, here comes Thick Adam. Oh,
What
he's
up,
trying
thick? What do you say?
he's trying to get the cat to come in.
Oh.
He came down the steps, so he's being all lovey-dovey and wants attention. Hey, you poor baby. Oh my God, Hex's kitten is so cute, right?
I know. Like,
Right?
and it's so tiny and Hex is so big. And it was being sweet, like, because he was, when I was holding them, he was holding her Monday night, and that was the second night, and she seemed like she was in okay, you know, she
Yeah,
wasn't scared or anything. So I'm like, oh, look at him, a snuggly little thing, and he's so big compared to it. It's
yeah.
hilarious.
I love little gray kitties too.
He
I
is
might be
such like a cat. I can totally picture him like loving cats because he's quiet, you know. So
yeah, yeah. My cats love him, especially Philly. Like,
well, he's so sweet. Like what goes to pet him right away. It's cute.
yeah. And Savannah, our dog, is like, this is my best friend.
She had a busy weekend, man.
Oh yeah, she's like, I think she's still a little bit tired. But she was so good. I got so many compliments on her, and I'm like, I mean, nobody is complimenting my kid. He stayed in the yard too. Adam's like, yeah, he's just like beating everybody up.
Oh, and then we almost thought we lost him, but lo and behold, there he was, just laying in that chair. As we came out to tell you we lost him.
Oh my God, I would have freaked out so bad. But he's not a wanderer. Like he's not
He wants to stay
that.
around the people and stuff. That
Yeah, like
especially.
he's not a kid that's just gonna walk off like that. Like we've never had issues with him with that kind of stuff. So I would have panicked a little bit, but I would have been like, dude, he's gotta be around here somewhere.
I figured he was passed out somewhere, but they're like, we didn't find him. But then we did the song.
And the girls, well, it was quiet.
I
So
know. They're like, why would we go looking for him?
oh my God, they're so funny, man. All those girls, like Marina's daughters are just oh my God, they're so adorable and they just crack me up,
They were
man.
so sweet and friendly too. Like they're just like you can talk to them about whatever. Like we had some good conversations. Love it.
Yeah, they're such good kids. I'm so happy they got to be a part of the day. Like they're
Yeah,
just so cute. I love
they are
that.
cute. They're perfect little flower girls.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a fun weekend all around.
Went
Yeah,
by fast, of course, but
yeah.
as
Like
things do.
I am glad it's over.
Well, that was like that's a big, even if the amount of people who didn't come wasn't big, but there was a lot of people who came, but it's still like, it's a party you have to plan. It's like a ceremony, there's
Yeah,
just stuff to it. And then,
yeah. It wasn't like everybody just show up and eat and drink and.
did you
So we
make
did.
more of the sausage dip? I gotta make that too.
I
So,
did make more of the sausage dip because we had so many fucking bags of nachos. Because I bought 3 bags of nachos, and then the guys brought 3 bags of nachos. I was like, oh my God.
the chip, like nacho chips.
Yeah, like the tortilla chips. We
Hey,
have so
Sammy's.
many of. We have so much. So I was like, and I hardly got any of that dip. I
I
hardly got.
believe that. That's how it goes when you're like hosting. It
Yeah,
was so good.
I got some food, but yeah, it was
But yeah,
fine.
the chicken was so good that those guys brought that. I was so full and I still ate like 3 chicken drummies. I was like gonna throw up. I was so full, but I'm like, I have to eat this. Like
Oh
right
my
now.
God, that chicken was so good. And I don't eat a lot like once I start drinking, but yeah, like I had some of that chicken and then later in the evening I like smashed some pasta and then I just kept drinking. I just kept going.
I ate like the whole time I was there. As soon as I like got to your house on Friday. It was great. It was a great little vacation, a little trip.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad
I got
glad
to
everybody
experience
had a good time.
Ohio.
A little bit of it.
Just a little
A little
bit of
bit.
it. The only part I really know is you guys, you and Hex. I mean, I know other people in Ohio, but talk to you guys regularly. But yeah, it
Yeah,
was a good time.
it was fun. So let me tell you about what was like, and I might have told you, like, I know you know a little bit about what was going on in the house while everybody was outside.
Oh yeah.
So we kept shutting and locking the front door so people couldn't get in. But either people were knocking at the front door and the girls were letting them in, or somebody was in here and they were letting people in. But like, I'm trying to get ready. And then at one point, me and Marcy are in my bedroom and I'm trying to finish up my makeup and stuff. And my cousin comes in with her daughter and like I just have this like look and I'm like, oh my God, hi. And she's like, hi. And like she just had this look on her face like, oh, you're about to like freak out. Because I was
Did
like,
she like back away slowly?
well, her daughter wanted Scarlett, and I was like, Scarlett's part of the wedding, honey. You can see her afterwards. So her mom's like, come on, let's go. But then like other people were just like sitting in the house, like eating food, giving food to the flower girls that we had situated, like ready to go, like don't get anything on them, like, and I'm ready to freak the fuck out because I'm walking around in my bathrobe. I'm trying to like do different things. We have Scarlett getting ready, Marina getting ready. And then like after all that, um, it was I don't even know what time it was, but I think it was past 5:30, and I was like, oh my God, we never did my nails because we were waiting to put my dress. I was like, now I don't have time to do my nails. So Marina and Marcy were sitting there matching up my nails like really quick. And then Scarlett still had to get her makeup done. And then Adam came through that side, that door right here. And he's like, hey, and we're all like, oh. And Marina's like, don't come in here, don't come in here. And he's like, I'm trying not to. He was like, but listen, either we're going to do this or we're not going to do this. He was like, because Grayson is about to not do this. And I'm like, I'm just standing there in my. It's like my eyes are just like huge. And Marina's just so calm. She's like, okay, we'll be out in a minute. Like I was ready to like freak out because like we kept telling people not to go outside, like or go in the house. Like
Yeah.
you have 5 girls in the house trying to get
Ready. Yeah.
Yeah. It was so chaotic in here. And then when I walked out, I didn't know that Adam had put Savannah on her leash and she was trying to jump at me and I was in my dress and I'm all like, oh my God, like panicking, trying to walk so that she can't get to me. And then I'm like shaking, I'm like so nervous. And I just felt like a sense of my mom come over me. And then it like turns out that was just probably because her ashes got
No. Oh my God. I know we talked about it on Monday, but I would talk to you about it. It's really like it really felt like a movie.
Oh my God. I wish I could have seen it.
So look on Paul's face too as he realized it took him a minute and he's like, oh no. It's just like you're just like you just it's just one of those fucking funny things that's like tragic but fucking hilarious. That's why, yeah. So she came out and she's like, yo, girl, chill. You said you have more of her ashes or something, right?
Yeah. Like I have a whole nother urn and then I have like the leftovers or whatever that
Right.
urns or whatever. So yeah. Like that was just our friend actually made those specifically for the ceremony.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah, there was only a little bit in there. And when Paul told me, my only thing was oh my God, was my mom not actually in there the whole time that we were up there? Was I standing there thinking my mom and dad's ashes were there, but my mom's weren't? But yeah, I was just like, did you get them back in?
There was a little in there, so like there was some in there.
Yeah, there's still some in there. It's like the most perfect thing that could have happened.
No, those are nice little urns. Mr. Forrest's mommy's, or Mr. Forrest's mommy's dad makes little urns and stuff like that too. Because I think I told you he used to own a pet cremation business, and so the dad would make all the urns for the pets and stuff too. And yeah, oh God, that was ridiculous. And then Paul was so sweet and like I would have told no one. That's my personality. I've been like, no one will know. If no one had known, like I've been like, don't tell anyone. You tell anyone, I'll fucking kill you. But oh, how funny.
Yeah, I was proud of myself that day. I stayed really, really calm and like very like strenuous moments because there was moments in the house like because I got in the shower after 3:30, and I think I came out at like 5:45, I think it was, or 5:50. We finally came out, but like I was rushing around trying to, and I wanted to flip out on people. Like I was so ready to like flip
you cooked
out.
all that food too, you know.
Yeah, but the whole day was just it was funny. I did have a moment after when I was taking a shower. Grayson was like being Grayson, and Marina yelled at him and he left me alone. But I was so stressed, and I don't know if you were out there, but I called Adam into the house, and I just broke down. I was like, I miss my mom and my dad. I was trying so hard not to cry, but I really miss them. And Grayson is being like so unbelievably hard to deal with. And my mom would have helped me with all that. You know what I mean? So here you are, like going through like this beautiful big moment, but then you're having like the most strenuous moment that you have as a parent, and your mom isn't there. Like my mom would have just taken Grace.
Right.
She would have just been like,
beat his ass. Take him around the
yeah,
corner and beat his ass. I'm just kidding.
he would have just been like, bring him over here. I'll deal with him. You get done what you need to get done. Enjoy being with your friends. Like, I'll bring him to the house at this time tomorrow.
Well, once
Like,
Adam has a relative that like took care of him for a little bit, right? That one girl, she's kind of watching him, but yeah.
yeah, she was our flower girl in our first wedding.
Aww.
And then I don't know if you saw, there was another girl here, and she had like the little baby, like not real little, but it was still like little baby. She was our other flower girl.
Aww.
Yeah,
Time flies, man.
hell yeah, it does. But yeah, it was an interesting evening.
Yeah, it went all night, man. I made it till like 1. I was like, all right, it's good.
Yeah, when I got up in the morning, and it was like, don't you want to go back to sleep? Like, are you going to be able to stay up late? And I was like, well, first, we went to bed early on Friday. Like, we partied, but we went to bed early.
Yeah.
So I was like, up and ready to go, man. I was like, I'll drink some Dr. Peppers and let's do this thing.
Yeah, and you were up till like 3, and you were up in the morning. You guys are like ralliers, man. Well, it was a good time though. Everything worked out good. I got to the airport with plenty of time, and it was all good.
Yeah. Like, I was worried about that. Because, like, yeah, shit does happen at airports. It's one of the reasons I, like,
Well, and that's why, like, we went at a good enough time ahead of time because that line, the security line, was really long, and like the guy ahead of me was like, "Fuck," was all nervous, but I had plenty. I knew I'd be fine. Like, I knew
yeah,
I'd be fine. But it's like it's just nice when you're not to be too stressed out. Yeah,
yeah,
first shot. Adam took. Well, it was me and Alice were in the back seat. Hex was in the front seat because he dropped me at the airport and then dropped Hex off. So we all went to the airport.
we had a beer man tonight. Oh my God, Adam was so funny. So he says to me yesterday, or no, maybe it was today, he was like, why weren't you drinking lemonade at the vow renewal? And I was like, because we forgot to make the lemonade, but then all the food was out and there's all these people in here. And I was like, so we just didn't have room. So I just started drinking beer. And I was like, you offered to go make lemonade. And I was like, I told you no. And Adam's like, well, that's probably a good thing because I don't even remember offering to make you lemonade.
That's what those things that you had taken out for, right? You're gonna put the lemonade in those like little spigot
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna put them out by the bar for me so I could just mix my drinks all night. And it's not hard to make. You just like make it in a pitcher, dump, make it in a pitcher, dump. You know what I mean? Like, but we had all that food out,
There's
and then
no room. There wasn't room to do nothing
there
in
was
there.
no room. So I'm like, I'll just drink beer and do shots. I'll be fine. And I was fine. Like, yeah. I mean,
I
I
was
was
fine too.
pretty
I did a
drunk.
lot of shots, and I was like, "Damn, this low elevation, I can just drink."
Yeah, like we were doing so many shots. Like, I can't believe because Marina couldn't get a sitter for the kids, so she was like, "Yeah, like we'll stay for a little bit. I'm gonna try not to drink too much." They ended up staying till like 1 or 2.
Oh, first shot. The first night was Marco's, yeah, and then the second night was a different Antonio's.
Yeah, I think Marco's is more nationwide, but I think Antonio's is more local. But
Yeah, we have
Antonio's,
Marco's here.
yeah, like Antonio's, they have a really good sheet pizza for a decent price. So it's like that's like our go-to place.
Yeah, no, it was delicious. And I was eating it. I took your advice, so I put the tomato cucumber salad on it. And then with the crust, I was dipping the crust in the sausage dip. It was like so good. I ate so much. I don't know how. I was like in the airport, like looking. I'm like, how did I eat so much fucking food? Oh, it's hilarious.
I
Ugh.
can't believe I still lost 2 pounds because that's like the worst I've ate and drank.
You guys were
And
running around a lot though, the whole week ahead of time.
yeah, Friday, I did like a workout before you got here because I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to work out. I'm not gonna want to work out on Sunday, and well, turns out Monday either. So like, I did a workout before you got here, and yeah, like we ate so much junk, but it was so good. The pizza, the donuts. I can't remember the
Yeah,
last
it's here.
time.
I'll give a rundown because Paul just said I ate the most out of everyone, and I will prove to y'all I ate the most out of everyone. I get there, Paul and Doug bring me a double cheeseburger, rally burger, French fries.
Yeah,
I knocked that bad boy back. That night we order 2 pizzas. I have a good half a pizza, and then we order 3 more pizzas, and I have a good half a pizza again, or more. Even I think I had a little over a pizza that
there
night.
was no pizza left. I think there was one piece
And then
left,
in
and
the morning, I had 2 just old fashioned donuts with my coffee, but 2 donuts in the morning. And
yeah,
then Hex ordered cheesesteaks that we ate like basically right before this. I'm like, we're gonna be eating all this food, but we were hungry. So then we ate these huge cheesesteaks, and I ate almost all of that and a French fry. And then yeah, just everything that was out for the party. I had I don't
and
know how I did it.
what you and Hex got right before the party is what I got the day before when Scarlett and I were at the mall. Like Scarlett and I are running around the mall. I was like, I'm so hungry. Like I'm so hungry.
What was
And
that place
Scarlett,
called?
Charlie's.
Yeah, it was good.
So
The
like
sandwich was good.
so Scar's like, yeah, like I really want a snack, and I'm like, oh my god, a snack sounds so good. So she went to Dairy Queen and got some kind of big old flurry that cost me fucking $6.50 fucking. So I go over to Charlie's and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so hungry still. But yeah, like I had ate that chicken fajita wrap and something else, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm still so hungry. I'm like, should I get a like a chicken Philly or a steak sandwich? And I'm thinking in my head about maybe I can just split it with Adam. Maybe I can do this. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna get an order of fries. So I get an
Their
order of
fries
fries.
are good too.
They're so good. They're such good fries. So I just get an order of fries and I get in the car and I'm telling Adam the story of me debating if I really need more food because listen, that
Oh, and then
dress
he
has
wanted it.
some give, but it was a very tight dress and I
Right. I get it.
and Adam's like, well, you could have gotten me something. I haven't ate all day today. And I'm like, well, you're like an adult driving around. Like, you can get yourself some food. Nobody's stopping you. He could have texted me too that he wanted food. But yeah. Is Paul in here right now? Because I have a funny story about
Yeah,
Paul.
Paul is in here as of 2 minutes ago. So yeah, I believe so.
So I did not know that Paul fell in the chair till the next day. And it wasn't until Monday that I actually saw the remnants of the chair. So I asked Scarlett, I was like, hey, were you in here when somebody broke a chair? And she's like, Uncle Topher broke a chair. And I was like, Uncle Topher broke the chair. So she's like, yeah, she was like, he was in the house and then he was coming out and he looked at me laughing and he was like, oh my God, I just broke that chair. So then I'm like, okay, I'm like, was anybody messing with the chair? And she's like, well, cousin Erica tried to fix it, but then she couldn't fix it. And then there was a guy and girl messing with it. I think it was Jess and Hex. And I was like, kind of like, no. And I messaged Paul on Twitter and I was like, Scarlett's giving me a little bit of rundown of what she remembers happening with that chair. Because I want to know who put the chair back. Because I know exactly what Paul is talking about. There was the centerpiece of that chair from the bottom was literally hid behind a bag.
Yeah. And so after Paul fell, he like looked back there and was like, it was already broken. It was just like, it was already
Yeah.
broken. What the fuck?
So I'm like, because like I know Chris. Like what Chris would have done is he would have just pushed it all back like against the far wall with like the piece or whatever. So I'm like, but at the same, like, so I'm trying to figure it out. And Scar's like, no, and it was, you know, like Paul's like, it wasn't Jess and Hex. And Scar's like, I don't remember. It was a guy and a girl. And I'm just like, whatever. But what's funny about all of this is when my mom died, I was on the phone with Adam and he sat in a chair, like, just like one of those like chairs that like Paul and Doug brought. And he was sitting in this chair and he just fell through this fucking chair. Like it just broke and he just went through it. And like we all laughed. We were like, oh, it's probably mom like trying to get us all to laugh or whatever. Then another night we were having a party and all my friends like came over, they brought us food and stuff. It was kind of like, you know, sorry your mom died, let's get drunk and eat a bunch of food type of shit. And Topher was sitting at a chair and the chair just fucking collapsed, like just right fucking underneath him. Just then another night,
funny. It's just funny when people
it
fall.
is so funny. And then another night, Adam is sitting in our kitchen and the chair just collapses underneath him. And it was a chair like Paul was sitting on. And it just collapsed underneath him. And I was dying laughing, like taking pictures and stuff of him doing this. And we would always laugh, saying, like, oh my God, mom's like just breaking chairs. Because all of this happened not long after she died. Like, it was just kind of like boom, boom, boom. So when I found out that Chris was the first one to break the chair, and then Paul, who spilled my mother's ash fell in the chair, that was pretty funny to me. Because it just makes me feel like maybe my mom was there. And my
Yeah, it was
mom
like
was,
it was a joke. Yeah, because he had her on him. So like maybe it was like it's all connected.
oh my God. And then when Scar's like, no, actually, maybe it was so and so, and I think she was saying my cousin and her husband, and I'm like, okay, how do you get Hex confused with like anybody?
Yeah, I think it was only me, Hex, and Paul in the room when Paul hit it. Obviously not the first time it got broke by Topher. Is that who did it? Uncle Topher. Oh.
Which is so funny because my mom fucked with him a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like my mom loved him so much. Like I mean, we grew up together, you know, so he was always at our house, and my mom just adored him. But yeah, like my mom had like a playful, funny personality, like, you know, like to be silly with people and stuff. And then it's just funny that Paul's the one that spilled her ashes.
He thought it was a pepper grinder. Not man.
Oh my God.
It all got over like his belly, or it was like more than his belly. First shot asked if he ingested any, like on Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I wish we had that on video.
It was so like it happened so quick too. Cause like me and Hector standing there doing some. Oh, we were kind of plugged into the speaker or plugging into the speaker something. And so we were right there, and then we look over, and it's just like just slow motion of realizing what had happened. It's just so good. Paul says he'll tell everybody that he was really close with Alice's mother.
My mom probably, you know what? My mom would have loved Paul, right, honey? She would have loved him.
Who doesn't love Paul, anyways? It's so helpful. Producer Paul.
Producer Paul. Right there. Bernie.
Yeah, might as well do a promo Everyone on golden showers this week. We have Anthony Samaroff, the Scottish libertarian. Everyone go follow Sibling Revelry, Libertarian Squirrel, and Soundwave Spectre. And then people on Twitter, I don't know what you're all doing now. I'm like out the loop. Although I do look because I like to. It lets me see my account, and it doesn't refresh a lot, but like because I need the news. That's like the best way to get news is Twitter. I swear to God, because it's like there's just stuff that happens right away, and you see it right away before you will never hear of it again half the time. So like I really like that. So I get on and check out some stuff, but. I vanity searched my name too. And there was this one the government. It says his name is the government. We followed each other for a while. He's like, I am instructing Twitter to just go ahead and ban Forrest Mommy's next account as a matter of national security. And I was like, that's the shit I love. Like that's why I love the internet. It's because I like that. So I saw that first. I was checking in on my Thirsty Thursday. I had to check in on everybody. So
me, Adam, Hex, and my kids are just gonna drive to First Shots neighborhood one day. We're just gonna get a hotel room. Can leave the kids at the hotel room. And we're just gonna meet up at a bar. Just tell your wife you're going out.
Or you guys could all meet at the bar, but she doesn't know, and then you're like make friends with each other, like you don't know each other. This is like half my fantasies at like hotels is hotel bars. I'm like, let's pretend we're meeting at the hotel bar, like we're all just travelers in the night. That's shit.
Well, we should do that, honey.
It's fun. And hotel bar. I don't know what downtown Cleveland's like, but like there's just always nice, like cool hotels and downtowns and stuff, and like nice bars. He lives by the Columbus Zoo, he says. So right now we know right where he lives about.
I thought there was another full pack of these.
No, I just got them.
Huh?
I just got them.
No, but they're empty. Like, I swear I brought them out here.
Yeah, Paul, I'm saying he could invite his wife to the bar, but act like he doesn't know you guys, and then you just, like, make friends at night. Act like that's the first time you've all heard of each other. And then she wouldn't be like, these are people you know from the internet? What? Like, we could have got murdered. Yeah, hotel bars are so fun. Sorry, go ahead.
No, my cousin actually thought it was so cool that we all met on Twitter.
Which cousin? The girl that stayed late?
Yeah, with the little girl.
Yeah. She was fun. We were having a good time. I think everyone had a really good time. Everyone came the amount they wanted to come and then like left, like those are the best kind of parties.
Yeah. It was I think I need a permanent dance floor.
At least like invest in like I wonder how much those cost, like the one you had right there, because it fit perfectly in your tent. That's why you get your get podcasting. I'm almost to my super chats, which FYI, if anyone wants to help support Forrest Mommy, especially since I'm off of Twitter, Cash App Forrest Mommy, and it's gonna all go towards the streams and products and everything. Just FYI, until I get my super chats, which it keeps going, it like goes down. It's like so close. I'm like, what the hell? So, anyways, there's that. Adam could build one. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be too hard. You have to get the right kind of wood, put it on like a little bit of a spring or like a metal frame kind of thing that they put them on.
Yeah. It'll keep me away from the fire pit.
I like the fire pit. I'm so excited to be in Wisconsin, and hopefully it doesn't get too. I mean, even if it gets cold, we got fire inside. But I'm so excited for fires in Wisconsin. Oh yeah, so there might be a Thursday. I can't do it because there's no internet at the house and the service is really shitty there. So
that's fine. Enjoy your
there'll be a Thursday, and then I have to talk to Hex and Paul tomorrow. Paul, if I'm like maybe you and Hex, because there might be a Sunday that I won't be able to do very well either. Maybe you and Hex could do a Sunday stream if you wanted to like co-host or something. Just FYI, just an idea. And then I could try to pop in if I get service. It's so funny if I go in the woods. Well, and once the leaves start falling, I get better service. But I can find service in certain areas. So like, I can pop on, and you guys could do whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I need to get a better podcasting area. We're going to start, well, basically, I'm going to start working on the basement. The garage is pretty much cleaned out. Okay, well, not right now because we took all that lawn furniture.
Yeah, but I remember it before you put the lawn furniture in, yeah.
So there's stuff in the basement, it's like a table that Adam will have to work at, and then like a big like tool thing where I can hang all of it.
I went down there to look for Grayson. That was the only time I was in the basement when we almost lost it. I was like, I checked down here too. But he wasn't there.
That's crazy basement. And I have to get a different set of, oh my God, you know what I did? So Friday evening, I went downstairs and I cleaned out the cat litter boxes. I'm like, well, I'm probably only going to have a chance to do this once tomorrow, which I did not do. I did not clean the cat litter boxes on Saturday. And then Sunday, I came home after we dropped you and Hex off, and I took a bath, and then I just laid in bed the whole day. And then come Monday, I was like, oh my God, I have not cleaned my litter boxes for 2 days. I was so frightened of what I was going to find, but it wasn't too bad. Because I set up like a bunch of litter boxes, but yeah, I want like a whole different setup down there. It's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
Especially with like, you can just hang a sheet up or whatever behind, like you can just do whatever down there.
Yeah, I need to get that set up like all different than it is. And I had so much fucking laundry to catch up on. I was like, oh my God, I was only doing like laundry that was needed that week. And then today I was like, I want laundry. But I got it started. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, I have to pee.
I was just going to say, I want to pee and refill my drink. You want to do it?
Yep.
All right, everyone, chat with everybody in the chat. Hold it down. We'll be right back.
All right, fellas, only got a minute here, but first, I thought you lived more down by Dayton. You are only 2 hours away. That's if you drive like an old lady. And then there's something else I wanted to ask you guys. I don't remember. I smoke pot, drinking. I'll try to stay in the chat as much as I can, but the Browns play tonight, and I'm gonna hope to God they don't fucking lose. But all right, well, I'm going to go so I don't get in trouble, but this is cool because they don't know that I do this stuff. So I'll try to sneak on every time I can. What's up, Stoner? Piss off first.
All right. There's a delay. Is there a delay going? Absolutely, there's a delay. Oh shit!
It's getting cold out here.
It was so cold the last 2 days here. I was like, although I did ride my bike yesterday, which was nice because it's always better when it's a little chilly. But whew. It was cold and gloomy. Like fire. I was feeling so depressed because I got off from I couldn't get on Twitter. It's like end of an era, and then
like ever.
What?
what did he say?
I don't know.
And then I was like all gloomy and cold out, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, just everything was depressing. But I got my bike out finally, and I rode my bike yesterday, and that actually was a really good experience. I haven't done that ride. It's a 13-mile loop, and I haven't done it in forever. And I like did it really good, I thought. So felt good. I'm like, all right, life is good. I have other things to focus on other than Twitter. I'm like, so good. I was organizing all my Forest Mommy stuff. So
Yeah, there are other things to focus on other than
it's just a fun. I love Twitter, and like it really has been such a big part of my life the last 2 years. It like literally changed my life by the connections I've made and stuff. So it's just like, ugh. But luckily I'm connected outside of it, so it's fine now,
Yeah.
But what am I? Oh, I'm drinking first shot. I'm drinking vodka cran.
What are you drinking for a shot?
He's drinking bourbon, I think he said earlier.
I was gonna say something. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, you know what's funny though too was when Doug fucking fell.
Oh God.
Like dude, he was and like I watched it all happen. I was like standing by like a kid table and he just like went to lean on the car. Poor Doug.
He fell hard. He just like went down.
Yeah, that was definitely a wild night. And like I felt like I had no concept of time, like at all that day. Like, but I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, like the ceremony was definitely over like right at around 6 because the ceremony didn't last that long.
Right.
It was only a few minutes long, and like I ate some food and I started partying and doing shots, but
we were all doing shots. And then they were all they're like, this pineapple rum is delicious. Like they're all about the pineapple rum. Doug loved the pineapple rum. Ooh, I was doing tequila.
yeah. And those cocktail tables were fucking great.
Oh, they're perfect.
Yeah, they worked out great. I was like, man, I'm so glad I got those because I was like, at first I was like,
oh, go ahead, sorry.
At first I was like, I was just like, should we get these? And I was like, like, no, we should get those. Like, because like a lot of times people don't want to just sit. Like they want to like stand and talk and dance and, be like free to move about. So yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I mean, they're such simple little tables. I bet they're like used on Craigslist occasionally. Like, be kind of fun if you pick them up for cheap, and then have them too. So you can use them all the. I would even use those. I would have used those down at the forest house and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they worked out great. We did a lot of shots at those tables.
They were great.
Oh shit!
And everybody
got along really well.
Oh yeah. One of your cousins, I don't know which one she was. She had a dress on and then she changed into like sweatpants later. One part she was like, "Are you Jess, the girl who like?" And she's like, "I was so happy you're here." I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." Blah blah. She was there with her mom, maybe. I don't think she had a kid.
She changed.
More blondish. It was someone. I'm sure I got her name. I just can't remember right now.
I'm trying to think. Like I can only think of one cousin, but she didn't show up in a dress. I know like Marina changed out of her dress back into like her jumper. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Who's the other girl that was helping you get ready? Kind of a brunette girl. She had a little dress on.
Oh yeah, that was Marcy.
Marcy, that's right.
Yeah. She's not like a party girl the way like I am or Marina is or you are, but like just like she's just like kind of like quirky and like goofy like me. And
Yeah,
yeah,
she had good
like
vibes. She had super good vibes. I
yeah,
liked her.
she was doing some shots, man. And like
she was down. I mean, they were there pretty late.
and then her boyfriend I grew up with. So me and him grew up together. We've been best friends pretty much since I was like 14 and he was 15. So, wow, almost 30 years.
A long time. Paul says he was filming the dance floor, but then one of the tables got put in between the dance floor, so it ruined the dance floor footage. FYI.
Paul, spill it. Who?
What he say? Oh yeah, it's Paul Spillett. Who we don't know. Oh, Erica, is that one of your friends? Erica, is that who I'm thinking of?
That's my little cousin. So like her mom, I was really close to growing up, and people would always say like how much we look alike, and then Erica like was like just another version of me and Lisa, just in her own way, and then my daughter is turning out to be the same way, and it's so funny because I loved her mom and then she loved me and now my daughter loves her. Like it's just like this generation of women that are like very like you're a fucking crazy nut, I'm a crazy nut. Well, my cousin's like my cousin's like a lot more pure and good now. Wouldn't you say, honey?
I'm trying not to listen to you talk there because it's like a 5-second delay.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, my one cousin in the blue dress, like Hex came up and I introduced Hex and I was like, okay, like here we go. So I'm like, this is my friend Hex, this is my cousins, and I'm like, so me and Hex went on Twitter. But my cousin totally loved it. But I didn't say we met. What I said was me and Hex met because he commented with a like Prince gift on something. And then I found out he was from Cleveland, but I didn't say like we met through like Liberty Twitter. And then I said, Adam was already following you and told me to follow you. And I was like, and then ended up her and Hex already knew each other. And I was like, and we all just started talking. And I was like, we have like phone calls once a week. But yeah, she was
they're phone calls. They're like long phone calls.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like you said, your mom would just talk with her friends. It's the same thing with just the video this time. It's just technology.
Yeah, and like they loved it too. Like, I was like, Jess and I have like our own phone calls once a week and we have our drinks and stuff. And I was like, it makes me think of like, because her grandma and then what would be my older cousin's mom, like that's who one of the people my mom would like get drunk and talk to.
That's what she needed to do.
Yeah, when my parents were getting rid of their business, they like ordered a bunch of stuff like for wholesale, and we stocked up on a bunch of stuff. My mom stocked up on like all the liquor. And I'll never forget that very kitchen table that you sat at. My mom had the spread of all this like wine and liquor that she ordered wholesale before they got rid of the store.
Smart.
She was smart. So funny when like Adam's sitting here in the chat. He's right here.
Damn it.
We had a good turnout though too. Like there was like a lot of people.
So I just said this in the chat. I know that was different timing here, but with Steph, like how it was like a concern because of like how like full blown lefty she was at the start of COVID, even like other stuff like that swing weight thing. But she seemed to have. I was shocked in the conversation with her. But, like she seemed to have at least come around to people have a different opinions than her, and she like could respect that.
Right.
It's like the one person that would have been offended coming here that night about the Gadsden flag would have been Steph.
That's true.
Sorry to put the testosterone in the scissors here.
I was gonna see how I felt it a little bit and go private and tell her all the things I couldn't say to her on the live stream about shit that was happening. Because there was like stuff that was like happening that like I don't want to like I don't want to discuss on the live stream.
Well, then I gotta be out here for the private because I want to hear that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I talked to you about some of the stuff.
Honorable mentions. Don't even get told what's going on in my own house.
I told you this stuff.
He is so mad about that.
Criminals.
He feels like he's not in on the gossip. Yeah, no, there were definitely some things that like happened that got like very uncomfortable, but I handled it very well. There were multiple people there that did not like each other like at all.
But they didn't fight or nothing.
No, everything I smoothed like one situation over, and then yeah, like it was cool though. It was nice to like have my family there. It was really cool. My one cousin who the last time she saw the house is when my dad was dying. The house was like, oh my God, it was so bad. And she came out to me and she's like, the house is looking so good. And she was like, it looks like your home. She's like, instead of, and I was like, my parents' home. She's like, yeah. And I was like, thank you. Because that was really hard to like start doing.
Right. Gotta change it
But
up.
yeah, like it looked like complete, and it's like we still have so much work to do, but they were people that like saw it before like we like started doing all the walls and doing all the flooring and all the other fun fucking happy remodeling shit.
It's a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass. That bathroom is gonna suck.
It won't be that bad. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, like Adam knows people that can help with him, and like I said, me and the kids are just gonna go stay at a hotel. I'm like kind of hoping when we do it though, like that Marina and her kids will come stay at the hotel too. So like
Party.
Yeah,
Party.
like
swim in the pool.
But it's not like it'll still be fun, like just hanging out with the kids and shit. But yeah, oh my God, dude, like remodeling is just so it's fun, and I think it's really good for your kids to see because like I watched my parents do like that kind of stuff, you know, and I think it's good for kids to see that kind of shit. Like, yeah, like you can learn to do some things on your own. Like, you don't need to hire somebody for every little thing. And, but yeah, it gets to be a lot of work. Like,
And that's like, it's a lot of work that you plan ahead. And then no matter what, when you start a house project, something will go wrong or something will happen where
yep,
it's going to take extra time. And it's just, that's how it goes. Like every time.
yep, every single time, every single time. But we're getting there. I think like with the garage getting cleaned out and like being able to get the workbench and the tool thing out of the basement and just I already filled up today. I already filled up another box that's ready to go to Goodwill. I'm done. I'm done.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have like a box like of stuff that I want to keep. With my daughter's clothes, I do want to keep more of her clothes, like just to give to her daughter. My son, I've kept some of them, but yeah, like Scarlett wore clothes that I wore from when I was little. So
Yeah.
I'll keep some of them, but yeah, like I just need to get rid of shit. Stuffed animals, just stupid shit. I just want it all gone.
Yeah, fresh. It's easier to just get rid of it all. If you're not using it anyways, just get rid of it.
Yeah. And it's getting cold here. I want to use the basement. I want to put our dartboard back up. And yeah. I want to get like a couch with a fold out bed. Hex can crash there. Have himself a little bed.
Yeah.
There was something that that happened this past week in like news or policy. Oh my god, yeah. Did you see about the dude who ran over a kid because he was like
Yeah. And then like admitted it, and now he got out on like really cheap bail.
How does that happen?
And then yeah, that's why I'm like they're trying to start shit like, hey, and who knows if it even like it's so hard to believe anything too now. Like half the time I'm like, what's the real story? And then it's like,
Yeah.
and they wanted like I'm like, listen, this is just a fucking angry. When people murder each other, they're just bad fucking humans. Their politics, and the government and everything have politicized war and murder and violence, and it's like it's just so crazy how people are so crazy now. And how do you let a guy who literally mowed down a kid off on bail? Like
$50,000. $50,000 to get him out of jail. That's wild. Yeah, people are just, and it's like, I don't remember exactly.
He admitted it. Like they have a cut dry case.
And then did you see his like bail hearing? He's like, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I have a good job, I'm not gonna give all this up, I'm not a flight risk, I'm not this. It's like you murdered somebody and you admitted it.
He
like
said it exactly why and what. Like he gave the motive. He said what he did. Like what else do we like? It's everything is so fucked up, man. Ugh.
It is. It's so wild to me. And that's like what I was gonna say was there's a meme that says there's a problem if I'm the calmest and most rational person in the room. You know, because like I can be very passionate about things. I hate to admit it, but I used to be very passionate about like abortion, you know, like and now like I'm like kind of the opposite of
You just
being,
like there's you can have a like normal logical thought about it now and be like,
yeah. Yeah, like I'm not like an extremist about it or anything. And I'm just like, dude, like I just look at people and like as cheesy as this sounds, like I look at the party that we had this weekend and there were so many people from different cultures, different countries, different ethnicities. We all grew up so differently and all of us got together and we had a great time together. Like we're all very different people with very different lives, but none of us want to hurt each other. Like none of us want to do harm to children or any fucking weirdo fucking things like that. Like, but like, man, like you turn on the news and you would think that like women like me and you could never be friends. You know what I mean? Like that's like how they paint us. Like we can never be friends with Hex. We can never be, like,
yeah.
and it's just absolutely not fucking true. Like it just boggles my mind. Like I look at like, well, like you got to meet um Marina's parents, right?
Yeah. They're cool.
Yeah, like yeah. Like part of the reason we get along is like, yeah, like we may be very different people and in ways we have very different lives, but then like we have these like similarities that draw us together. And like part of that is like we just like we have really cool parents, like definitely unique people. And like
Just how humans should be when you meet people and you like people and you get along.
yeah.
And yeah.
Well, what's funny is like I didn't I didn't want to get along with her. Well,
With her mom? With her mom?
No, with her, like I'm just like I'm not a people person. Like
You don't connect with everybody. I mean, as much as I seem like a people person too, like the people I actually connect with and stuff, it's rare and it's not everyone. And that's fine because that's how humans are, right? Like, and then you connect with people.
yeah,
Like you said, you hung out with her drunk or whatever. You're like, oh, okay. Like, I get it.
like we started talking about the Illuminati and shit. Like, and she's fun because you can talk to her like the way girls will talk about like pop culture shit, like whether it's like Real Housewives or fucking Adam Levine fucking cheating on his wife and shit like that. Like, but at the same time, she's not the type of person that like admires those people. Like, she's like with me, like, she has that feminine girl side. Like, this shit's fucking funny and crazy to watch, but like, damn, no, that is not somebody to look up to. Like,
right.
And yeah, like we just started talking about like the Illuminati one night. And I came back to the house and I'm like, dude, our fucking neighbor's daughter is awesome. And yeah, we just kind of ever since then been talking.
That good.
Yeah, she's fun. I'm glad you two got along. That like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And I saw her being like, I saw her being strict mommy, and I was like, I get really, I'm like, yeah.
And I told you, like,
yeah, and her kids are so good, and all her kids, the kids were great. Her daughters are like so well behaved and sweet, and they talk to people and they're respectful. It's like sometimes you just gotta beat their asses.
Yeah, like Ava. So Ava is like she's kind of like our family Scarlet. Like, like she's so sweet and innocent. And then her youngest daughter, her and my son are not far apart in age. And they were both probably around a year old when we dubbed them frenemies. Cause like 1 minute those two would be like beating the shit out of each other, and then the next minute like they'd like be taking care of each other. And the same shit happened that night. Those two were fighting, and then 5 minutes later they're on the dance floor.
Well, they kind of like knew how to handle him too. They're like,
Yeah.
it's great.
Like, yeah, they totally know how he is. Like, but he was definitely like more fucking wild and amped up than usual. And he was about like sucking the fucking life out of me. Love him. But yeah, like
Realism, baby.
yeah. Today and yesterday is probably like, and it hasn't been great, but it's like kind of the most he's been in the past like couple weeks.
That's good. Sorry, I'm catching up on text.
Yeah, and what's her face got suspended on Twitter too.
There's been a bunch. Sarah.
And Sugar.
Oh yeah, I know with the green hair.
Yeah, she got.
There's been a bunch of people. Even on my Discord server, a bunch of people got banned recently too. And then on my Instagram, someone else messaged me that they just got banned. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and it makes me so mad because this whole thing started with. Did you follow me when I was just Forest Mommy, the Forest Mommy account?
Yeah.
The original. So like, right? I got banned on Christmas night this past year, so almost a year ago. All because of that stupid picture that I would change it. I would change it in a heartbeat. And like, that's really why I can't be on Twitter. It's because of that like sweet, earthy picture. Like, that's why I can't be on Twitter. And there's fucking pedophiles and shit. But I can't be on Twitter because of that. Like, it's kind of annoying. I was just talking to someone else too, because like, Twitter's where I was big. Like, the YouTube's going to be a while to grow and grow. I need to get good at YouTube, like Terribly Tactical. Everyone go follow Terribly Tactical. But like, I was big on Twitter and I didn't have a podcast at first. I got big on Twitter first and then I started doing all this shit. So for them to take my big audience away, it's really fucking frustrating, especially when I know I'm like, what did I do that was so bad? I've never like.
Yeah, look at all the like porn accounts that are on there.
And that's fine. And I'm like, great. But like, really, my profile. Okay, you should have just told me this isn't allowed in the profile. Take it down. You didn't have to ban my fucking account. And then they let the Desert Daddy account went for a long time. I mean, that went for
it did.
From right after I had it before. And then I don't understand also. So that one they still haven't given me a reason on. And then the Forest Colorado group, I had started that Twitter for something else. So I had started that one before. So it wasn't ban evasion because I already had it. You know what I mean? So, and then that one got ban evasion and the next one. And then last night I was just kind of fiddling around and I started another one. Instant. So tomorrow we'll see even with the VPN shit. I don't know. It's so like, what the fuck am I doing that's so bad? Right. Oh, I'm just a real person. Can't have that. I hope Elon fucking buys it and I can get back on, especially as Forest. I keep appealing Forest Mommy. I'm like, I'm going to keep I appeal at all of them. I'm pretty sure. I haven't checked all my emails, but like, and it is, I understand, like, it is there somewhat. I'm sure it's ban evade. And this last one, too, I think I would have had it for longer, but I don't know if I told you it was me being stupid when I had that show with Hex on that this last Monday night. I was like, oh, I'm going to put it on my new Twitter. And right away, that's when they busted me. And I was like, well, that was my dumbass fault anyways, because I was, like, not using the app. I was being very, like, underground with it. But so then it's like, but what did I do that was so bad? Just like from the very beginning. But again, like I've said, I've made so many amazing connections and everything's wonderful. Just now I got to learn to build my YouTube and I got to build everything up. But we're doing it. It's all good. We'll get there. Cash App for us, Mommy, if you want to help. I'm about ready to put another sparkler up my ass anyways, too. I need some like But I can't even advertise that really anywhere now because I can't really advertise that on Instagram. I have family on Instagram. Like, I can't. Like, Twitter was the bomb for that kind of shit.
Adam wants to say something.
Let's hear it.
You just wait on me. All right, so I sent you that text the other day and asking you to send me that picture of us because you posted it on Twitter, and when you got suspended, Twitter took it down.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted you to text it to me. So I texted it and retweeted the tweet that it was in, and I said, "Fuck you, Twitter."
Yeah.
Fuck you, Twitter.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. You're a very cute honorable mention, though. Edgar kept thinking that Adam was passed out because Adam will like get drunk and he'll just like go lay by the fire and shit. So like Edgar kept thinking that Adam was passed out. He was trying to put him to bed, and then the next day he's like, "Yeah, like you were passed out." And Adam's like, "No, I was not. I was not passed out at all." And I got back up and I did this and that, and then I performed my husbandly duties.
Yeah, I do need a new phone. Mike's giving advice. I do need a new phone, but I don't know. Fuck them. At this point, it's like, fuck you. I'm like, and this is how I've been all my life. This is voluntary fucking association right here, right? Like, if I can tell you don't want me around, but the sad part about it, Twitter doesn't want me around, but the Twitter community I interact with, they do. You know, we want each other around, but Twitter doesn't. But like, that's why it's so frustrating because I'm like, okay, fine, fuck you. I won't come around. Or I don't know, just like I feel like people who have good social skills, you can tell when someone doesn't like you or something, you know, and you're like, okay, I don't need to be included. I'll be over here, you know, like, ugh. So fuck you, Twitter. It's for nothing. And everyone, like, I'm sure my YouTubes will get I'll have YouTubes get strikes and shit. Robbie just got a strike. Like, it's like, what the fuck is their fucking problem all the time? Like,
yeah, I'm trying to use the Truth Social too. Like,
I know if we could all get on that, then it would be fun. If all of Liberty Twitter went over there, it would be a blast because it's exactly like Twitter.
Yeah. So whatever you post and put up, I'll just like and keep retweeting. But I don't have any followers yet.
I feel like half of Liberty Twitter likes arguing with the dumb shits though, so they'll never go over to there because they like arguing with the FBI and all that shit all the time. So they won't want it. Like, I'm like, I just want to have fun, but like there is good content that you know.
Yeah, but some people they want to be just miserable. Like I want people to be free of government chains and government tyranny. Like I just want people to have the freedom to do their will. But there's just too many people that like just want to argue over stupid stuff, dude. Like, we have so many bigger things to worry about. Like, our federal government is so powerful, which gave our local governments more power. Like, I can't tell you how many times my local government will be like, well, the federal government. And I'm just, oh my God.
They all suck. They all suck because they've all been taken over by losers. That's why everybody, if there's a libertarian, fucking vote for the libertarian. Like,
yeah,
just do it.
I have to pee again.
Okay.
And I have to grab another beer.
All right. I'm going to stay this. Well, yeah, I'm going to stay this time. Hi, everybody. Mike been creeping. There's just a handful of y'all here. Anyways. Maybe I should go. Maybe I should go. I'm going to go, guys. Sorry. There's only 5 of you here. One of you only being an honorable mention. Hi, Mike. Just kidding, Adam. I'm hungry too, man. All right, I'll be right back. I'm tired today. Yeah, Mike's been all over the place. Oh, hey, Stoner. Stoner, Thick Adam has walked by like 50 times. Where have you fucking been? That's your fault. I'm driving. Yeah, I like driving. Can't wait to go on my road trip coming up. What is today? 22nd? I'm driving a long road trip, Cyborg. I'm going to go on a nice-ass long road trip. Colorado, Wisconsin. Coming up here pretty soon. Can't wait. Go see some lakes and greenery and pretty shit. Over 2,000. That was a good long drive. Nah, that was a good long drive for y'all. Kind of cold. Hold on. I got to take my earphones off for a second because I got to put a shirt on because I'm cold. Hold on. I'm not sponsored yet, but Sheath Underwear. Everyone go check out Sheath Underwear. The girl stuff is awesome. This is like this cut shirt's so perfect too. Nice athletic shirt.
It's only 8:49. I thought it was like so much later.
I know, I'm so tired. It's not even like I'm like so tired. I'm sorry. I'm not like oof. I ate a lot of food today. That's probably why.
I ate a lot of food today too. And you know what? Paul left some of those like cookie things that he got at my house, and I fucking smashed them motherfuckers.
What were they? Cookie what thing?
I don't know. They were like these little like thin, like small little cookies in a bag.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that in the morning. Okay. We ate the fuck out of those donuts that morning too. That was so Midwest too. Actually, like later on, I was thinking like, because anytime we used to go to my grandma's house, and like my grandma's house was kind of similar to your house in Chicago, just like about the same era, you know. And then in the morning you wake up and she would have gone and gotten her Dunkin' Donuts for everybody, and that was like the only when we'd stay with her because we moved out here when I was so young. But it's like. Oh, I always like that when someone shows up with like Dunkin' Donuts, even though they have them at like I said though, the Dunkin' Donuts out here suck. Makes me mad. But they suck. It sounds like everywhere too, because they're just getting more and more frozen, you know, icky kind of.
Yeah, we have so whoa, Thick Adam coming
Where's
through.
Thick Adam, Stoner?
My mom was actually dubbed the donut lady. Like my mom loved donuts so much. Like I remember going to church on Sundays, and then we had like it used to be like right up the street from us in the center of town. There was like a little like local donut shop that we would go to, and yeah, like my mom, man, she loved her donuts. she would go to a donut place like um I think it was in the town next to us where Doug and Paul were staying. She would go and get donuts. She was never a big like chain donut person. Like I like Dunkin' Donuts, but I agree. Like they're kind of like losing their I don't know.
They're losing their luster. And like yeah, like
Yeah.
there were independent donut places out here in Colorado that were really good. And then then like I said, the Dunkin's it's just not as good. It just and then once they
No.
first opened out here, there was actually one that wasn't too far from me at this house. And it was like, oh, awesome. The very first time I go, which it wasn't like grand opening, it had been open a little bit. The very first time I go, they're out of fucking donuts. So it's like oh yeah, Krispy Kremes. We've had Krispy Kremes out here for a while.
I'm not a big fan of Krispy Kreme.
For the the plain glazed type thing.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of like I'll do their just like regular like chocolate dipped one is okay, but I'm not a huge fan. But I'm pretty picky about my donuts. But I will say this. The Great Wolf Lodge that we go to has a Dunkin' Donuts in it. And I've always been pretty pleased with our donuts. There's something just so much better about your local donut shop, man. Like it's just
It's like any franchise. Like franchises just learn how to do it, and when you have a franchise, you have to do it a certain way to follow with the whole protocol. So you're going to get very cookie cuttery type stuff that you know. Oh yeah, Voodoo Donuts. We have Voodoo Donuts in Denver now too, which the Voodoo Donuts are definitely better as far as like quality, but then like they go crazy. Like they have so many crazy donuts at Voodoo Donuts. I'm like, nah, my donut that I like is the plain fucking that cake one. I like to dip in my coffee, or it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, just a plain donuts. That's my favorite fucking donut out there. So
yeah, there's a donut shop that was kind of by us, like I think it was like Peace, Love, and Donuts, but I think we only got donuts there from like once.
Yeah, there's a few little ones. You just gotta look for them, like out here too. It's little random ones in little random strip malls and stuff.
Because I think didn't they end up going to like the small donut place we have in our town, or did they go to Dunkin' Donuts? I wasn't even paying.
Those were Dunkin'.
I was not even paying attention.
You're fine. You're fine. We did good that day too, because we went to Walmart the day of, didn't we? That day we went to Walmart.
Yeah, and the flowers you and I picked. Well, I grabbed the roses because I knew I wanted roses.
Right.
And like I grabbed those, and then you and I like just. I think like we were girls, but we were like. I like this one. Okay, this will go this. It has this. This is gonna go, and they did. Like all the flowers looked really, really beautiful. They did.
It did. Everything looked great.
Yeah, my first wedding, when it came to the flowers, I was like my aunt had passed away and stuff, and me and my like crazy friend went to the wedding. What's Mommy Jess? It's for Mommy Jess. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Say how are you? Okay. Say now I'm gonna go.
Now I'm gonna go.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Mwah. Okay. Love you. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I'm saying bye to you.
You did. You did good. Jack Frost. Jack Frost are the best donuts in Cleveland. Okay, you gotta go to Jack Frost apparently.
Nah.
I don't eat donuts that often anyway, and like yeah, I mean he'll like get like a little package from the grocery store of either Wholes or like the chocolate kind for just like to have a coffee. But other than that, don't really have them.
Yeah, I'm not huge on donuts, but we ate good. And I think like doing those donuts and
No, it was awesome. Paul and Doug were like, they were awesome. How they were picking
oh,
stuff up.
I I have to say, like, it's it's so crazy because when we first decided to do the vow renewal, like we didn't really know any of you guys. Like I think maybe I was following you and we were starting to talk and Hex and I were already starting to talk, but I didn't know any of you guys. It's like you guys were so clutch. Like you guys like came through. Like Paul brought that extra tent, which was awesome because we were able to set up the tent we had, like with the bar and the dance. Like it was just like you guys were awesome. Like all of you were just fucking awesome, dude. Like I can't even stress it enough. Like
First Mommy Universe, man. It's made up of good people. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Just saying. Just kidding. Everybody's good on their own. But I attract good people for some reason. So.
yeah, like it just I I was definitely stressed. Like Paul was or not Paul, Doug was fucking with me a little bit because he's like, oh, Hills was like saying she was gonna be so excited to see us, and I was like, I was like I'm just like I'm stressed, but like you guys were so awesome to have here. You guys all helped. Yeah, like it was awesome. So for anybody who's wondering, Forest Mommy, who you get on the live streams, that's who she really is. Like she's really that chill. She's really that calm. Like she really is.
I'm too lazy to be anything but one thing. Honestly, y'all.
You are though. Like you're just. I was very very much like freaking the fuck out the closer it got. Like all these people at my house and like the ceremony going right and stuff. But like yeah, like you just have such a calm presence. And Hex is the same way. Like Hex is very much the same
way. Yeah. Me, like right away, I'm like, okay, I think maybe this is why me and Hex were drawn together, is like we have the same like calm. Like even when he was like, telling Grayson no, just the way he did it is very like, like he doesn't get worked up and like.
And I do apologize for that. That's the one thing like.
It's all good. Kids are kids. Like most of us understand, which just sucks because we can't beat their asses. So but be like, what do you do? It's like
yeah, it does get to a point like, what do you do? Because like, yeah,
because you understand where, and I know it's like it's not like Grayson's a bad kid. He was just acting out for whatever reason, and because he's a 6-year-old boy or what, like it's just a matter of like when you're not the parent, you can't be like, okay, buddy, I know exactly what you're trying. Like, Like, and you know what? Because sometimes you have like need an outside influence of your from your parents to be like, no, that's not how you act in social settings, buddy. Like to kind of set it straight, like a little bit like that. And I think Hex did really good.
Kids need that. Like both of you, like I mean, him and Doug were very funny together though. Like he loved Doug.
Doug was hilarious. Just the way Doug would talk. I'm like, this is such a Midwest uncle thing. Because he'd be like, I'm gonna make you drink poop, and like just the way he talked, and like, because that's like Grayson's level, So it's just like perfect. I was like, I love it. It was so funny.
Yeah, everybody was really, really good with him for how like crazy he was being. Like Marina, like because not long after she got here, like I had said to her, I'm like, dude, like, because I had messaged her a little bit about like how he was bothering me, but I was like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, I'm about to freak the fuck out. But yeah, she had that shit under control. She was not having it that day. So go Marina, that was awesome.
Paul said Doug and Grayson are on the same mental level. Just the way he talked to him was perfect, and it was like such an '80s. Like we're all from that era in the '80s, where like being mean and kind of crude was like that's how you communicated, and it wasn't like about like being sensitive as shit. It's like no, Doug is odd. It's like Doug. Uncle Paul be great uncle too, but Uncle Doug would just made me laugh, especially because Uncle Doug too. He was like really like he really took him under his wing for a minute. I was like, I'll watch it, like, and like for men to be like that, especially, but like that's what boys need. They need boys like Paul and Doug and Hex to be around and be like, and obviously your father too. But like I said before, kids like ignore their parents, right? Like they may end up like their parents, but they like the other people, but that's just how kids roll. This is what they do. So those are good examples to have around little Grayson. And I know these things because I've raised a kid or two, but just not my own. They were just never my own. I got to give them back.
It is true though. Like a couple of my cousins that were here, like they were like 15, 16 years older than me when I was born, Well, one of them was like 19 or 20. Like she was having a kid when I was born. He and her son are only like a couple months apart, but yeah, like they were the people that like I would kind of say stuff to. Like every cousin that was here, except for my younger cousin, Erica, every cousin that was here has seen me have some kind of like crazy fucking breakdown. But like
at a party or something?
Not even at a party, but like especially after my parents died and then after both of them were gone, like I really leaned on my cousins. Like I just felt like I couldn't trust my siblings. And they just felt like they were the people that I could go to that I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be judged for this later. Like I'm fucking falling the fuck apart and like I need somebody. And each one of them that was here, like, has been there for me in that way. Like, and they never judged me for it. My one cousin said to me that day, she was like, quit giving everybody else credit for what you have done. And I'm like, but if it wasn't without your support, she's like, okay, I supported you. I was there for you. She was like, but you did it. Like people make choices and you chose to rise above all the bullshit. She's like, that's you. That's not me. I was just there for you. That's it.
Right.
But yeah, like in some way, shape, or form, they've all been there for the crazy Alice, the very nested, nesty, mean Alice.
Well, it's a lot to deal with. We all once in a while the world gets to see our true like crazy, right? And like obviously who you're in a relationship with will be that person will for sure see it. And then like there's sometimes like layers of other people that will see your true crazy, even sometimes ugly, evil, mean side. Okay, but like you just hope a lot of people don't see it. It's just like I want to face it and not be that way. And sometimes you have to be that way to realize, oh shit, man, can't be like that. Or like
like you can like get so shitty with me, and like I'll still be your friend. Like like some people, it might get to a point like we're okay. This is like too much shitty.
I would know exactly like what level. I recently, not too long ago, let someone see a little bit of a crazy side of me that I didn't think I would ever like want them to see any side of me like that at all. And it worked out fine. It worked out fine. When I'm like, Jesus Christ, Jessica, like I'm so mentally like good about things like 99% of the time. And then this moment I was like, and then of course, what starts that night? What starts that night after I had that freak out? My period. So it's like I should have fucking known, and I knew we were in that time frame. Like But like I still was like, and I felt so bad. I'm like, I am so sorry you didn't see me. I was pretty good. It wasn't like anything terrible, but I was like, holy shit, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not. Luckily, they're like, we know you're not like that. Like, and technically, it came from a sweet place because I was more worried about them and I was freaking out. It's one of those things. This is what my problem in life is. I think someone's gonna be disappointed in me, and I'm doing everything I can to like. Did you spill? You're like, this room smells like beer.
I was laughing. Adam, can you bring me another beer? Are you still listening? We should put.
He's wondering what we're talking about. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little tipsy. But like, I always hate when I like feel like I'm gonna let someone down, and I'm doing everything I can to not. And then, so what happens is they actually, in the grand scheme of things, if everything had just still played out normally, they wouldn't have been let down by anything. But in my mind, the whole time freaking out. So now I'm freaking out that I'm gonna let them down. So I'm like, holy shit! Like, I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, to tell someone, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just need to go to my car and like, I just need to go to my car for 5 minutes, and like, I don't want you to see me cry. I didn't end up crying, but I was like, just in case, I don't want to see you. It was over nothing. No one was mad about anything. No one even cared. And actually, if I had just checked my phone another 2 times, I wouldn't have been freaking out so much. Like, because my service was in and out because I was hiking down, and I was like, ugh, stupid. And then I'm like, Jesus Christ, how could I have shown that to someone who's like, but then you just learn to trust people, and then you're like, okay, I'm not going to be doing that again. So we're good. And when people handle it good too, that's another thing, is like, because people can freak out around me a lot of times, and I can usually be like, I'm not going to escalate it or like, add to it or make it a worse situation. I can usually see, someone is just at their wits' end, and they've whipped themselves up, because that's what we do. You whip yourself up, and you're just like, you're like snowballing kind of, and you just like can't like grab the reins and be like, stop. Because a lot of times all our life we're like, no, okay, stop. That's a good skill to have, and we have it most of the time. But there are these times where it's like, there's no stop, baby. Like full steam ahead. But it's all good. It's all good. Ugh. Anyways, sorry. That's just some therapy for people. Oh shit, I just spilled. That's just therapy for people.
And shit happens. People freak out sometimes, and I'm totally cool with people freaking out sometimes. But like, yeah, like I've had friends where I'm just like, okay, like this is a little bit too much freaking out. Like,
yeah, you can tell when it's like from a place of like super toxicity, like where it's just like they're not trying to fix themselves at all. They're not facing their badge. Like they're just, and you can tell. And I think that's why people like you and me, when someone does freak out like that, we can kind of like realize if it's like a, if it's like a big deal or not. I agree, Paul. Paul says, I truly think the people who carry a gun everywhere. Exactly. That's all it is. It's just like Boy Scout stuff. You just want to be prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, so some people just don't want to be happy and don't want to get their shit together. Adam and I were just talking the other day because, like, one of the things I said in my vows was only him and I will ever know everything it took to get where we are today. Like, that's just all, like, and it meant a lot to me because it's like, I can't explain to everybody what Adam and I have been through. So, like, that's something that, like, I wanted to make clear to him. And, like, I look at so many people and I'm like, man, like, you really live in your trauma. Like, you just live there. You just want to.
It's their personality half the time.
Yeah, and, like, I have people in my family that have gone through, like, crazy fucking trauma, and those people inspire me. And there's a lot of people today that are like, well, that's because they weren't taught to talk about their feelings and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, or it's like they have told me, like, life is going to bring good and bad. Some people may get more bad, some people may get more good. Like, but enjoy the good that you have in your life. Like, don't live in your bad moment. You can't
Right.
live there. Like, you cannot live there. One of the things my dad wrote on when we had my daughter blessed, he wrote on this pillow that we had for her, and it said something along the lines of life will bring ups and downs. The downs are really hard to deal with, but the ups are really great. Enjoy them. So,
Right.
like, something along those lines. And I think we've lost that. I think there's too much, like, there's people that will look at me and Adam and they're just like, oh, it must be nice. And it's like, I mean, we've both had our share of trauma and tragedy. Like, we've just chose to make the best of life. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being strong. There's nothing wrong with being strong. There's nothing wrong
It
with
takes
looking
work,
at,
and it takes work. The good takes
yeah,
work to get over the bad, and people don't want to like the work is like, no, it shouldn't take work. I should just be, and it's like, no. The only way you can even appreciate the good is if you have to work through the bad. Like that's like that's like all the just like normal life shit. I don't know, but a lot of people aren't taught that, and then especially nowadays, it's like, and trust me, I medicate with drugs plenty, but like the whole just idea, like take for antidepressants. My drugs are all recreational, but like that just are very all about that all the time, and then people are like, I remember someone said on Twitter, and they're like, maybe the pills, take your pills, whatever, but maybe go for a walk. And they're like, I can't go for a walk. I'm so depressed. And it's like, well, that's the fucking battle. You have to force yourself to go out for a fucking walk. And then you'll go,
yeah,
and then you have to realize, oh, I actually feel fucking better. And that's not saying that it'll heal or fix everything, but like, why would you not try that? And why would you be mad when someone suggests doing the easiest fucking thing a human can fucking do? Going for a walk for like 5 minutes, for Christ's sake, like.
yeah, and it is a battle. And I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, I so get it. Like, there were times in my life, like, I was so fucking down and out. Like, and then, like, I mean, the most recent was when my dad had passed away. So it's like I'm living without both my parents, and like, but me and my dad, like, we just had this connection, and then, but that was it. It was both of my parents were gone, and like, it drives me nuts that there are people, like, I came to a point where I was like, okay, like, I can't go out and drink. Like, I can't drink the way I used to. Like, because I'm really fucking upset. Like, I can't just, like, how I was over the weekend, like, having some drinks on Friday night and then getting wild on Saturday night, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So, like, there were nights that, like, yeah, I would get, like, just a 6-pack, and I would sit there and I would get pretty buzzed and listen to music and cry over my dad and my mom and blah, 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 blah. And, like, people would be like, oh, well, that's a crutch and that's you leaning on stuff. And it's like, okay, but it's okay for people to take Prozac every day. Like, that's okay.
And they like say it right away. They're like, "Oh, are you on this and that?" Like the SSRIs and all this shit. And it's like, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah, and then
I'm
the
fine with
worst,
fixes and I'm fine with with medicating to some
and then
extent.
the rest of the time, I was just like dealing with it. Like, I would just be in my kitchen and I would just start fucking crying because I miss my mom and dad. So what if I have fucking nights where I want to drink a fucking 6-pack?
I feel like drinking doesn't. I mean, as bad as drinking can be, it doesn't fuck your mind up as much as these like drugs do. You know what I mean? Like they are like rewiring you, Whereas like alcohol just is what it is. It's bad for like physically on parts of your body, but at least you're like still in you. You're still you dealing with it. Whereas those other things, people are completely different people.
Well, they become very numb almost. Some do. They become just, and I don't want to be numb. I don't.
Yeah,
I
you want
like.
to feel it. Feeling the bad shit
Yeah.
helps you feel the good shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but true. There's a Buddhist thing, and it talks about how children, while they're happy, they don't understand true happiness because they've never understood true suffering.
Right.
Like,
Something about
children,
that.
yeah, like, I mean, some young children can. I thought we were putting him to bed. Are we not? 9:20, 20 minutes past bedtime.
I'm gonna. Are you gonna put in bed? I'm gonna go get another drink.
You're gonna go get another drink?
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, let me try. Yeah, go get another drink, and I'm gonna get him to bed.
Okay. All right. To the 8 people. We'll be right back. Might be a little more. Hey, everybody. Oops. The people who are here are the ones who come often. Paul, this is the gang. It's 9 people, so this must be the gang. Drink. Yeah, I'm just having a little drink. Just a little vodka crayon tonight. I'm not making them too heavy. I need to go. Wait, hold on. I gotta catch up on your comments here. Oh, shooting. Yeah, I know. There's never enough. I want to like go hang out Tactical because he fucking works out of range. But I don't live in Chicago too, so kind of like you win some, you lose some on that one. Ooh, maybe that one is a little more strong. Whoa. I'm excited. That's when I'm at Wisconsin. We can shoot guns out the back door. I'm so excited. That's I need to tell Tactical. Let me get in touch with him. I need Tactical to come up to Wisconsin and bring some fun guns because we can literally shoot out the back door. It's like the perfect setup for it. Not the back door exactly, but very Wisconsin. Very, very Wisconsin. Stoner. Makes mommy feel good if you do, though. It is, Adam. That's the thing. You're like, I need to, but oh, good, Paul. Good. Paul, are you gonna do producer work for Sunday? Are you gonna be on their producer role? I don't know how much work it'll take with Anthony, but you might be able to if you want to hang out. Then I have October 2nd. There's 2 people I'm trying to get for October 2nd. I'll announce it when one of them accepts. And then Paul, you heard me earlier. We'll all talk, but I was saying how maybe for what day is that? October 9th would probably be the Sunday I can't do if you want to co-host with Hex, and Paul can make that happen. So it's up to you if you want to do that. If you and Hex want to do that,
Cool.
and you can bring maybe Hex. I bet JVP or maybe someone could come on with you guys. One of Hex's friends.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll tell Hex that for that thing. And then I'll try. You guys can give me the link. I'll try to pop on if I have service for a minute, but you guys can do whatever with it. It's all good.
That'll be fun because I want to talk about music with JVP and Hex. That we also.
All right. Let's try to make that happen.
Hex dancing out on a dance floor that night.
What? Hex?
At the renewal, Hex was dancing.
He's like, I can't dance, and I'm like, we're dancing. And I danced with that coworker, the one Mexican guy, because I was like, I could kind of salsa. The best thing about salsa dancing is you can go to like a salsa club, and there will be the most beautiful Hispanic men there, and they know how to dance, and they know how to just lead you to make you good at it. You know what I mean? They're just like throwing you around and pushing you with their body, and you're like, okay. And it's I love the Latin dancing, salsa and barada, like it's so sexy. Nah, but I'm not super. No, I'm not. I'm definitely buzzed, but I'm not like drunk. So, yeah, it was a good time, man.
Yeah,
Edgar. Yeah, I liked Edgar. Edgar actually reminded me of my friend out here, King Libertarian. You may follow him on Twitter. He's my buddy. He reminded me of a Mexican version of my friend King Libertarian out here in Colorado. They could be brothers. I swear to God. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, Edgar was fun, man. Like we were dancing to La Bamba together.
Yeah, they were down to have fun too. Like people just need a reason to party sometimes, and it has to be at a certain level. Like some people can go to clubs and party and dance. Like it's all and then I love when people come to parties like that, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna let loose here. I feel good. Let's do it."
Because they don't care. It's just all family and friends and shit, just chilling. And
you're safe. You're at your house, so
yeah.
Your neighbors didn't complain. None of your neighbors complained, right?
No, nobody complained. Adam went and told both of our neighbors on both sides, but we're not too far apart, but we're far enough apart where even if the music's loud like that, it's not going to be
and people got to deal with it. Once in a while, you're going to throw a fucking party because you have 2 acres or whatever. That's what you do when you have properties. And you guys are right by the highway there anyway, so fuck it. I'd be like, who gives a shit? It's so loud anyways. Who gives a fuck? We'll be as loud as we fucking want, motherfuckers. That's what I would say at least.
Yeah, I have so much fun. I want to do that once a year with friends and family, just have a party like that without all the stress of a vow renewal. We'll just get a dance floor, we'll all bring different food, and we'll just hang out and drink.
It's just a party the whole time. There's no fucking program to it. Yeah, just easier.
Oh my God. You know what Adam did? So
what?
When all my cousins got here around the same time, and they were standing at the side of the garage and they were all talking and stuff. And Adam told all of them, "Don't bring up anything about her siblings. Like, don't say anything
Oh,
about
Adam
it.
gave him the warning.
Don't ask about them. Don't talk about them."
I just sent a
Oh,
text to y'all.
Yeah, I saw.
Like pop
That
up.
was what time is it?
I'm like fuck Twitter, but I love Twitter.
Oh, Twitter's not as fun without you. And I want to get like I was always like, I'm not gonna get a True Social, but now I'm like, dude, like guys, like we gotta get like True Social going.
At
Like,
least be over there, and I need to sex it up a little bit. That's for damn sure. Like I need to be the fucking sexy, somewhat conservative girl over there. I need to start. Well, I did start posting some sexy pictures, I suppose.
Cool story about Josh. The first time we had Hex over here, Josh thought that we met Hex on white supremacist Twitter, and that.
Oh yeah. We met him on white supremacist Twitter.
Yeah.
You told that story before.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how we told people that me and Hex met on white supremacy Twitter?
Yeah.
So same day, that dude that believed us was here.
Oh, which guy was he?
Yeah, I think he had on like the red shirt and stuff. What time is it? We should go private at like 10. Like I have like other stories to tell you.
Okay, we can go whenever. Like we can go whenever. I can't be up too super late tonight anyway, so you can fit it. Do you want to? We can go private if you want to go private. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah, we should go because there's other stories. And Adam thinks I'm like keeping like stories and secrets from him. But
do with the dog. Okay, I know exactly who that guy was.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for joining us. Sorry I'm not on Twitter. Check out my YouTube and my links. I have my link tree.
My best friends in the world.
Follow my links. Cash App for us, mommy. Seriously, I really want some support now that I'm off of Twitter because I have more because Twitter was free and I was able to do stuff with it. Now I gotta like put money towards shit because I don't have Twitter. So, anyways, Cash App for us, mommy. I love everybody. Thanks again for watching and bye. Oh wait, Alice, what's your Twitter?
At Alice Always 911, and I believe it's the same on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, everyone.
This is our quinceanera episode 15.